Hey y'all, this is Brita here for the Happier Attorney. And this channel is for only attorneys. And we talk about mindset and we talk about flat fees and how you can be a happier attorney using flat fees and changing the way that you think. So today is Talk Tuesday, where I go through a particular topic and take any questions from any listeners. If you have any questions and you are an attorney, just write them in the chat and we'll go through them. So today's question is on refunds. And this was from the Facebook group Attorneys and Flat Fees. If you are an attorney, feel free to join that group. And the question was for a flat fee contract with a payment plan, if the client cancels the case halfway through the process, and I inform the client that I cannot provide a refund for the money paid on legal fees, client only paid half of the legal fees because the half of the work was already done, would you provide an itemized listing to the client of all the work done based on hourly rates? I have time estimates for my process steps for each case, but I don't track the hourly billing. And there were a lot of answers from the Facebook group. Overwhelmingly, people said no, because that defeats the whole purpose of the flat fee. If you are using flat fees properly, you should not be needing to track your time. Some attorneys feel more comfortable tracking their time, and the danger with flat fees and the danger with that is then we are still thinking in terms of hours and in terms of that your only value is how much time you spend on a matter. It's a shift in your mindset, but it's an important one. Where with flat fees, you want to be charging for the value of what you're providing, not how much time it took. Okay? So, in regard to this question, I'll say a couple of things. This question, one, I provides an example of why it is critical to learn flat fees properly the first time around. Okay? Because the mistakes are tiny little details, but they are big mistakes. And they can cost you thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, and get you in trouble with the bar. So please, flat fees are not something to dabble in. They're not something to do on your own. Please learn how to do them properly. Okay. If you have questions about that, as self serving as it may sound, read The Happier Attorney. Work with me, but don't just try and do it on your own because then you get in trouble like this. Okay. So, one of the first things that I would ask this person, this attorney, was what does your fee agreement say? What does your fee agreement say about terminating the relationship? Okay. You're going to have to follow that, first of all. Okay. And what does your RPC say about refunds, about whether something's earned upon receipt or not? Now, in this case, it's a little bit easier because based on what she says, she has done the work that she was paid to do. So, regardless of whether her state said you could have an earned upon receipt fee or not, she's earned that fee. Okay. So, assuming that's the case, this is a little subjective. This is my personal opinion. I would not refund the money, period. She did the work. Um, it was clear based on further conversation that the client kind of ran out of money, so she just didn't want to go forward. There wasn't a problem with this attorney's service. No. So you don't refund the money. Now, some people have the opinion, oh, always refund the money. A client's happy. They won't file a bar complaint, blah, blah, blah. Or likewise, certainly we've all had clients who want a refund and then threaten a bar complaint. I don't like being blackmailed. Okay. If you have provided the service, if you have done a good job, if you haven't dropped the ball somewhere, unless it's really going to cause huge problems for you, I would not refund the money. And I would not be scared of having that conversation with the bar if you needed to. Okay. Not all clients are right. And a lot of clients, unfortunately, do get in financial trouble and they think that this is an easy way to get some money. And that needs to change. So this idea that we attorneys just need to refund money all of the time, I would highly disagree with that premise. Of course, unless you have done something wrong or you didn't do all of the work, etc. Okay? So when you're looking at refunds, and this is even in states that say you can say earned upon receipt for the entire fee, how I teach is even if it's ethical to keep all of the money, look at what work has been done, not your time, but the work, where you are in the process. What did you actually do for the client? And then, depending on those facts, do you issue a refund or not? So, for instance, if someone just comes in, they hire you, and they turn around and change their mind the next day, they're probably getting almost all their money back from me. If I legitimately didn't do anything. Now, I might be conflicted out of it, depending on the matter. Okay, there's gonna be a fee for that. I might have put in some work, there's gonna be a fee for that. It's might be, a rather large fee, but they're getting most of their money back. If, on the other hand, let's say it's a very short time period, but I've gotten a lot done, or just me and my reputation have gotten a lot done, you're not getting a lot of money back. It doesn't matter what time frame it is. So it's very factually specific, number 1, and it you have to obviously follow your RPCs and follow your fee agreement. First thing that I would say to this attorney is, yeah, go back and change your fee agreement. And there was another comment in there that said, from somebody else who said that if the relationship was terminated, he would go back and calculate any refund based on hourly time. I would say, do not do that. Do not do that. Do not have that in your fee agreement. That's horrible. Horrible. Again, it defeats the entire purpose of a flat fee. The entire purpose. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. Don't do that. So, I hope that gives you some idea as to refunds. They're going to be dependent on your RPCs, but in flat fees, it really is dependent on the facts. How much work did you get done? Not just time. How much value did you provide? And that can be your reputation. Seriously, okay? If let's use a top of mind case, okay? Let's say that you are Miss Vasquez, Johnny Depp's attorney right now. She files a notice of appearance in a case that is that means something now. She has weight behind her now and a reputation. So if the other side immediately settles because she just entered the case, she earned her money. Assuming she's, flat fee and, she earned her fee. They settled because of her and her reputation. That is valuable. Okay? So it's very factually specific. But I would urge attorneys not to have this knee-jerk reaction that the second somebody asks for a refund, you just start writing a check. Especially if you earn the money. Okay? And I know that that's been kind of a common theme for a lot of attorneys, and I would push back on that. That's ridiculous. And there are plenty of people who would just try and take advantage of that. And it's not necessary. It's just not. So I hope that helped you a little bit with refunds. If you want to learn more about flat fees, I would urge you to join Attorneys and Flat Fees on Facebook. If you want to learn more about working with me, go to britalong.com, britalong.com. And little by little, we can all learn to be a little bit happier as attorneys. So take care.